When you're ready.
Our film's going to be called The Return, and at the beginning there's going to be a counselling session. There's going to be a reverse shot of a woman and the counsellor, and they'll be talking about the death of her husband, and we think the dialogue should include her talking about his death, such as, and then the counsellor can say, your husband's death is a blessing, you've been through a lot, etc. And this will just be on the go line.
We've used the counselling scene to show the audience that there are problems for the family. The dad and husband has caused problems for the family because he had mental issues, which has led to the wife killing the man. But the audience don't know this yet, but they will find that out because they see like hints that happen, and this will be happening at dusk, so it's getting darker. So when she goes home, she'll light a candle.
There'll be a few shots of the woman in the car on the way home and a match-on-action shot of her entering the house. And she'll walk into the kitchen and she'll put the kettle on, and then there'll be a close-up of a packet of pills that are almost empty. And the woman acknowledges the pills, so she moves them into the cupboard with another match-on-action shot, showing her shutting the door. She completes making a cup of tea and goes to sit in the sofa, but it's really quiet. You can hear her breathing, and then you can hear her having a sip of a drink. But there'll be a rustle in the kitchen, so she quickly panics and turns around, and she'll see the pills back in the kitchen.
Then she says to herself, "What's wrong with me? I swear I put them away," or something like that. And then she goes upstairs to go and check on her son. And as she goes up the stairs, she hears her son singing a song, like a nursery rhyme or something, at the bottom of the stairs. And then as she walks up the stairs, it's getting louder and louder, the voice is getting closer. She opens the bedroom door, which will have a creak. The boy stops singing and says to someone next to him, but she can't see that the person's there. She says, "Why aren't you singing? Don't you remember?" This shows that like the dad used to sing to the little boy when he was little. While this is happening, he's looking at a photo album with "In Memory of John" on the front, so that shows the audience. This is to show that the boy is looking at the photo album like with by himself, but it's actually with the man, but the mom doesn't know that yet. But the page moves by itself to show that, and this happens from the woman's point of view.
And Julie, the mum, she walks in asking if the son had moved all the pills, but he says that he hasn't. And she'll go sit next to him and then start looking at the photo album together. Then the woman's looking guilty because the boy's upset because he says how much he's missing him, but she looks guilty, which kind of indicates what's going to happen later on. And but the camera kind of like sets away from them and like moves to the door, and the door will kind of open on its own, and then it'll go back to the woman looking really shocked. But then you'll see like a man walking, but you can just see their feet, and it's like going down the stairs, and so the audience can see that they're there, but the woman can't see. But then it'll go back to the woman, and she'll tell her son just to wait there, and she can say something like, "Wait there, Mummy's just popping downstairs, don't move." And then it'll go back to the man's point of view, and you can hear heavy breathing, and you can see him walking towards the candle, and he'll blow the candle out and it'll just be pitch black, because like earlier on she lit the candle as soon as she went in. And then you can hear the boy saying "Mummy, Mummy" in the background, and then that will be the movie.
And then we thought for costumes, we're going to have the counsellor's going to be in a suit, just so he's smart. The mom's going to be in casual wear. The son will be in either pyjamas or like, as like toddlers do, they look quite like messy, got something spilt down them or something. And then when we show the dad, when we show his feet, we're going to have bare feet. Yeah.
Are you going to have a non-diegetic soundtrack on it at all?
I think we could do, but like it's more like silent, and then it's like he's breathing like as it's walking, kind of make it a bit more suspense.
Yeah. How long is this opening?
About 2 to 3 minutes.
It seemed a bit quite a lot going on in 2 to 3 minutes, like it's giving away most of it, so
Yeah.
if it's a film, you're gonna watch the first 2 minutes and then understand it already. I don't know.
True.
I think you've got some really interesting ideas, and I think it's quite captivating, your ideas, but I think Dan's got a key point there, that you've got to select how you're going to show all those things. So with the counselling session, is it just going to be the end, and then how are you going to show that they've gone from the counselling session back at home? So are you going to jump from bit to bit? And in with that, you haven't mentioned your titles, so are the titles going to aid that? So you'd have the end of the counselling session and then a title,
Yeah.
then she's closing the door of a car and walking home. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think you need to be really selective, because Dan's got a really good point.
Yeah, I think she did.
Ah, put in my head. Have you got a title for your film?
Yeah, it's called The Return.
Did you just say that?
Yeah.
You said that towards the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's more fun.
Have you thought about your institutions that you're going to work with?